Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we are live swatching the November Polish Pickup Game Night PR that I got. So the sale will be from November 5th until the 8th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time starting. So all sales info will be down below. Anything I don't have already, I will update as I go. And if you love live swatches, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And we are starting out with the Peppermint Hand and Body Sugar Scrub by KB Shimmer. A little manicure goes a long way, and there is nothing quite as awesome as this peppermint essential oil that has such a tingly and cooling effect, and it's only $10 with no cap, and it smelled amazing. But we are moving on to a little more soft skincare with Eyed Lacquer's Balmer Gamer Snacks. This one is inspired by game night junk food, and it's got a Twinkie scent, but beware. This one is $7.50 with a cap of 100. So you're going to want to make sure you grab yours before they sell out. Next up is Eyed Lacquer's Survival Mode. This one is inspired by Battlefront, and it's described as a black jelly base with red to orange shifting shimmer and matching flakies and hollow flakies. Just $12.50, but there is a cap of 200. So you're going to want to make sure that you are on the site at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on November 5th to grab yours. You do not want them to sell out without you. Also, I feel like this is a quintessential autumn polish. It has all of the right components, the dark jelly base and then the red-orange shifting shimmer with the matching flakies and hollow flakies that just give it that glow. So definitely this one has my seal of approval, and I think I'm partial because I love autumn. So that is survival mode. Next up is Eyed Lacquer. Beware of winter's cold. This one is inspired by Demeter from her current game Hades, and the description is a pale blue based pastel multichrome with shifts from silver to pink to green. The price is $13 and there is no cap. So I promise forever and ever to not do any filming at 2 a.m. again, because while I did get full opacity on it with one coat, as you can see from the swatch picture, you're gonna want to do 2 to 3 coats at the very least to get the most out of that shift. Otherwise, you get a lot more silver than anything else. And next up is Glisten and Glow on Thin Ice. This one is described as an icy powder blue polish loaded with color shifting shimmers that shift from orange to red to yellow to green. This one is also $13 with no cap. So again, 2 a.m. swatching is never a good idea, and I don't even know how anyone does their manis at that time of night. I should have not been doing it at that time of night because I loved the pastel, but I wasn't getting the shift like in the pictures because I needed 2 coats at least. But next up is our gorgeous Solar from Moonshine Manny, and I love the pink. But anyway, this is I Do Declare. It's a pink to violet solar polish with a strong gold to copper glow, and it's inspired by the murder mystery party and the murder episode of The Office. So this one is $12.50 with a cap of 200. I love the pink. I think the pink is gorgeous, and I'm not an outdoorsy person, so I had a little bit harder of a time creating the solar effect with an artificial light, but I will show that to you guys in the side by side coming up. And here it is. So you can see all the polishes together. Again, I apologize. I feel like 2 coats is the minimum for Beware of the Cold and On Thin Ice because they are much more vibrant with those 2 coats. And especially if your nails are longer than mine, because I just cut them, you're going to want that extra color. It's so worth it, even if it takes a little bit longer for it to dry. I know I'm just I'm a huge baby about dry times, but I am bringing in my blue light. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, I shine it on my glow in the darks and it activates them. So I tried shining it on the solar polish to activate it, which it did, but only for a couple seconds, very briefly. So, using the power of technology, because I adore you all so much, during the video, I went ahead and screenshotted the moment it turned purple so that I could paste it up next to the pink so that you could see the difference between the two. I hope that helps out anyone who wanted it. And next up from Colors to Carol is Sticky in 5. And this is a 5 free sticky base coat that helps adhesion of polishes to your natural nail. Just $8.50 with a cap of 200. And that is what I'm wearing in this portion of the video. So those are my nails with 1 coat of Sticky in 5. And yes, I did time it. And yes, it was sticky enough to adhere my polish, but not sticky enough for me a dent. But next up is KB Shimmer's That's Taboo. This nail polish is inspired by the classic 90s colors in both the game and the fashion. It's a teal base loaded with hollow glow flakes for a silvery hollow flash in the sun that accents a rad fuchsia shimmer. Now, indoors, that teal color deepens in indirect lighting, allowing the color shifting shimmer to shine and shift into shades of lavender and rose pink. You also might catch some peachy gold or a pop of yellow at some angles. So, best in 2 to 3 coats, $11, no cap. Again, I think 2 coats was fine, but sometimes for pictures, you might want to do 3, especially if you have a lot more free edge than I do. And this brings us back to Colors Carol with Every Letter Counts. You're gonna love this one if you're into those really pretty vampy reds because it's a blackened multichrome red with iridescent chameleon flakes. It's inspired by Scrabble's Deluxe Edition board game, just $12.50 with a cap of 300. So, of course, I had to get a shot where that red is right there at the top and it darkens as you get into indirect lighting, but those flakies still show up in a major way, and I absolutely fell for it. The first time I saw it, I was completely enamored with this polish. So if you guys are also hearing background noise, keep in mind I do not live in a house by myself. So I am absolutely in love with this polish, but then again, I love my Vampies. So that brings us to Dreamland Lacquer. I don't have the prices or the cap yet for this one, but I am again trying to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible so you can start figuring out which polishes you want to grab and which ones you want to leave. This one is called It's a Mystery and it's a thermal. And I have to say, Dreamland Lacquer is killing it. Every polish they release is stunning. And I loved this black and jelly base with these like aqua colored flakies. They are so bright, and in some angles they look a little more green than blue, but I love them in the dark base. I would take a polish with just the dark base and would love it. But I also understand not everybody's into that like darkened indigo base game. So it's really nice that it turns into this bright teal when it's warm. And I feel like I would like it even if it got stuck in its warm state. So that's a huge plus. And then, of course, we're doing a side by side so you can see these three next to each other. You've got the sparkle of Taboo, and then you've got the beauty of this Vampy every letter counts, and then it's a mystery is actually somewhat of a mystery at this point. But I'm loving those flamey flakies. I'm loving the aqua flakies, and definitely all of that sparkle of it's taboo. That's taboo. So we're going to move on to our very last polish and very last nail care item that I received for PR. This one is MJ Lacquer's Backgammon Queen. And a little info behind it is it's inspired by a name affectionately given to Janet during her college days. While on campus, they would do backgammon tournaments on the weekends, and they called her the Backgammon Queen because she would win most tournaments 95% of the time and enjoyed every minute of strategically earning that title. So, this is an orange base shade with a few cafe brown holographic micro glitters, iridescent flakes, hex glitter, and holographic micro flakes. You're going to get all of that for just $11.50 with a cap of $115. So if you're loving that orange fall autumn but not too bright with a lot of sparkle, this is a great polish to have. I did do a full hand wiggle dance. Well, not wiggle dance. I don't know. I'm waving at myself because it was the last polish I received and I was overwhelmed by the sparkle and decided to wear it for the rest of the day. And last up is Glisten and Glow's Glitter Grabber. It's going to be $8 with no cap. I didn't have any over textured polishes to show you for this one, so I am going to drop the link to the Glisten and Glow quad where I did use it in the video. So that is the end of this showcase for me. If you're part of my nail fam, thank you so much for your time. Sending out virtual hugs because I love you all so much and appreciate you. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hanging out with us. As always, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.